what if Boss MVP calls you into his office and asks you, Tab, do you want to be the head coach of the Gilas team for the World Cup 2023? What will be your answer to Boss MVP?
Hindi naging maganda sa Gilas ang taong 2022. Nag-resign si Coach Tab ayon sa SBP. Pinalitan ni Coach Chat Reyes si Coach Tab at bumalik sa scratch ang team. 8 players ang natira sa available roster ng Gilas. Short preparation to February qualifiers kaya binugbog lang ito ng New Zealand. Then made a historic silver medal finish sa SEA Games nang talunan nito for the first time in decades by Indonesia. Tapos binugbog uli ng New Zealand at nawala sa quarterfinals ng FIBA Asia Cup for the first time since 2007. Ano ba naging problema ng Gilas? At ano ang naging kailangan itong gawin para makabalik sa winning ways? Tara, pag-usapan natin yan mga brad.
Ngunit bago yan, huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe sa ating channel at mag-follow sa ating Facebook page para lagi tayong updated sa mga latest nating videos.
Dahil sa hindi magandang taon ng Gilas ngayong 2022 at dismayadong mga basketball Filipino fans, trending ngayon si Coach Chat Reyes bilang the most hated person nga sa Philippine basketball. Pero si Coach Chat Reyes lang ba talaga ang problema? Para sa akin mga brad, hindi lang siya. Tingin ko, may political issue talaga sa Philippine basketball. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin talaga klaro kung bakit nag-resign si Coach Tab na sa kabila ng success under him ng Gilas na tinalo ang Korea ng 2 beses at almost tinalo ang powerhouse Serbia. Sabi ni Coach Tab para daw makapag-focus sa Ateneo. I don't buy it. Pero ngayon, si Coach Chat Reyes, 2 team ang hinahawakan, Gilas at Token Tech sa PBA. Sabi ni Kinito Henson, ang rason daw ng pag-resign ni Coach Tab ay dahil sa unavailability ng players. Dahil that time may PBA, UAP at NCAA at maging liga of players playing overseas. For me, hindi lang ang coach na ang problema, bagkus ang issue sa basketball politics sa Pilipinas nagre-resulta ng pagiging hindi available ng mga players, lalo na ng PBA players. Kaya para sa akin, kailangan magkaroon ng regodon sa governing body ng Philippine basketball. Kailangan ayusin ito ng SBP na I think isa sa naging rason ng pag-meet ni MVP at RSA noong nakaraan para pag-usapan yan. Hindi lang natin ngayon alam ang eksaktong usapan na sana nga naging positibong resulta. Kailangan maayos ang problema mula availability ng players, schedule ng training na base sa experience ay kailangan at least 3 months. Nasama-sama gaya noong time ni Coach Tab bago sumabak sa kompetisyon hanggang sa continuity ng program na hindi kalakit changes na pagpapalit-palit ng players na nawawala ang team chemistry. Ang ginagawa kasi ng Gilas ay pinapattern sa Team USA na hindi pwede dahil hindi naman ganun ka-skilled, katangkad at ka-athletic ang mga Pilipino gaya ng mga Amerikano. Nabubuo lang ng pool tapos hugot lang ng hugot ng players. Team USA nga hindi na masyado umuubra ngayon Gilas pa kaya. Kaya dapat may programa. Long-term program like ginagawa ng Iran at Lebanon. Kailangan talaga tulungan at may pagkakaisa ang mga governing body ng basketball sa Pilipinas. Ang SBP, PBA, UAP, NCAA ay dapat may pagkakaisa para mabigyan ng priority ang national team. Tapos hugot-hugot na lang ng players sa mga players playing overseas like Japan, Korea at maging si Kai Sota at Jordan Clarkson sa Amerika. Pagdating naman sa coach, I also believe Coach Tab is the better coach than Coach Chat Reyes and his European system is way better. No one-on-one plays, puro ball screens, may alternative plays sa mga broken plays, gumagalaw lahat ng players, hindi stagnant, kahit wala sa kanilang bola. Pero still, it takes a lot of time of preparation for players to master the system. Kaya it boils down pa rin sa Gilas program at pag-priority ng national team ng mga basketball governing body sa Pilipinas. Ayun mga brad, ang short take natin sa nangyayari ngayon sa Gilas. Kaya mga brad, ano masasabi niyo sa nangyaring problema ng Gilas? At ano ang kailangan dapat para maayos ang programa ng Gilas? I-komento lang at pag-uusapan natin yan. At sa tanong kung gusto pa nga ba ni Coach Tab na mag-coach sa Gilas, ay may nakalap tayong interview mga brad.
You're always gonna be asked about this question no matter where you go. Your relationship with the Gilas Pilipinas national team that abruptly and unexpectedly ended earlier this year. Personally, Coach, how do you feel about that?
Well, I love the Gilas program. I came to the Philippines to be a part of the Gilas program. I've been in the Philippines going into my 9th year now, and 7 of those years I've been a part of the Gilas program. And it really is the core reason that I came to the Philippines, and I've enjoyed every moment with them. But you don't always get what you want in life. And I consider myself extremely fortunate to be at Ateneo and to have the opportunities I have at Ateneo. And the Gilas scenario and the Gilas situation is what it is. And, I will never go in depth into those issues that arose. They were hurtful. They were difficult to handle. But, I pride myself on being professional. I consider myself extremely fortunate to be employed by Boss MVP and his group, and that carries on through the Ateneo. And I'm not going to look backwards. I'm just going to look forwards, continue to do my job, and be thankful and grateful for the opportunities that this organization, this gentleman have given me, and that I've been blessed by the good Lord to have these opportunities.
Coach, you mentioned Boss MVP. We all know that the Gilas team is now preparing for the World Cup 2023, which will be hosted by the Philippines, right? What if Boss MVP calls you into his office and asks you, Tab, do you want to be the head coach of the Gilas team for the World Cup 2023? What will be your answer to Boss MVP?
Well, I don't speculate. So, if that happens, it happens, and that bridge will be something that I will look at if and when that happens. But I'm not waiting for that. I'm not expecting that. The Gilas program is, and it always was going to go through some tough times building up to the World Cup, and they are experiencing some tough times. But, people have got to get behind. They got to love this team with a passion, and I'm not part of it now, but I love it with a passion. And those players that are in that program, those are the guys that I, have great affinity for. I've worked with most of them. I would go to the mat for them tomorrow. And I believe a lot of them would go to the mat for me. And I think that's the kind of relationship that you're supposed to build when you're in the fire of competition, and particularly in a national team. And, I've been in a few national teams. So, all I can say is I don't speculate about what might or might not happen. But that team and that organization is very precious to me.
That's great to hear, Coach. Even though that relationship has ended, the coaching part of it is ended, the personal relationships that you have with your players remain the same, and you're fully supportive of them and the program even now. Lastly, Coach, though, I am a big believer of knowing your why. I'm sure you have many offers from different countries in the world asking you to coach their national team. But why did you choose the Philippines, Coach?
Well, it was a great offer when it came along, and then I was down in New Zealand. And I was thinking about New Zealand becoming a permanent sort of semi-retirement position down there, and then the opportunity came along, and because it was international basketball again, I really didn't hesitate. I love the international game. I think that I have a particular aptitude for international basketball. I've had a lot of success over the years in international basketball. I enjoy the challenge, and for me, coaching has always been about the challenge and helping the players, achieve their dreams. And so it was a pretty easy decision, and that was the why. That was the why. It was the offer was there to get involved with an international basketball team, and guys that I enjoyed working with. So it was a very easy decision, and I don't regret for 1 second the decision that I made to come to the Philippines.